Hello guys and welcome. So this is session number 8, Music and Arts 9. So sa mga nalilito, this can be also week number 2, day number 4 kasi in our school, we must finish the whole Music and Arts first before we proceed with PE and Health 9. Same with the other grade levels. So today our big question is, can 5 photos tell a whole story? So to answer that, let me show you a picture or pictures. So I have here this. Alright, now what can you see in this slide? And what do you think is the story it is telling you? So you can expect so if you are the teacher or facilitator of your class, you can expect your student to answer, sir, in this picture, he finished or he or she finished her task or assignment. So, and then you can ask them, did you put any caption on this, or did you put any script or caption or something that hints that this is a story? So, and then they will answer no, and that's it. That is how photos can tell a whole story without talking, without even putting any caption under it. So we will go back now to our big question. So if 3 photos can tell a whole story, so paano pa yung 5 photos? So kaya naman, our task for today is you will create 5 photos with a clear start, problem, action, result, and ending. And then after that, you will apply 3 camera choices. So angle, shot type, light, exposure. And you're gonna share this, your work in front of your class, and you will reflect or explain which shot worked best, plus what to improve. So meron lang tayong mga rules again. So photos are used for class only. Walang lalabas na photos sa class, and ask permission before photographing a classmate. No posting, sending, uploading private docs, IDs, grades outside. And use objects, hands. Mas safe talaga to kung object na lang yung subject nyo kaysa yung face pa ng classmates nyo. And stay safe, no running, climbing, pushing, block paths. And siguro kung student ka, you can ask your teacher if pwede na lumabas or lumibot ng school grounds. So, ayan. Tapos na tayo dyan. And so this is a mini review. So last session number 7, we discussed about exposure being the overall brightness of the image. So in this session, you will explore exposure. You can adjust the lighting. You can turn your images darker to add mood. And the aperture effect is, again, this is like the portrait mode on your camera phones, and it adds background blur sa inyong mga photos. So if your cell phones have pro modes, so you can do this. And shutter speed, like I said, it is the speed of your camera blink. And if the shutter speed is too fast, you can freeze the motion, and if your shutter speed is too slow, yung magiging image mo will be blurry. Now ISO, again, brightens, it can brighten dark scenes, but it may add grain. And for your task, you take normal, dark, brighter. So explore this. And notice the feeling, notice the difference, notice which is clearer, which is stranger, which is stronger, which adds cinematic effect, which is more dramatic. Now these are the angle and movement that you can use for today's task. So for the camera angle, we have 5 camera angles, so you can put your camera high. This is high camera angle is most commonly used when you want your subject to look or feel little or feel, you know, devastated or feel sadness. And when your camera angle is low, this is commonly used, most commonly used to, to make your subject feel like a superhero. You know that kasi kapag nasa low angle yung camera, it feels like you are looking up to him or her, to the subject. So ang feeling mo parang importante siya. And the third camera angle is the eye level, the normal eye level. And mas madalas itong gamitin kapag, the subject is in conversation with someone. And close-up naman is what we use to show details. And ginagamit din to most commonly to show the subject's emotion. Kaya siya kina-close up madalas sa face. And the last angle is the wide angle shot. And madalas ito ginagamit sa mga establishing shot. Like yung introduction ng isang pelikula. I mean, bago mag-umpisa yung isang scene, di ba, pinapakita mo na yung, like, yung buong city or yung buong building. So, ayun yung wide shot. Or tawag nila doon is establishing shot. So, pipili kayo ng tatlo, at least 3 from this camera angle para sa activity or group activity for later. Now, for the camera movement naman, so magagamit nyo ito sa music video na gagawin yung project. So, sa klase ko kasi, ang project ko is music videos. Ano lang, 60 seconds music video. And they have to use different camera movement for that. So, one of those movement is yung pan, where you move your camera from left to right to left. Tilt is, kung merong right to left, yung tilt is up and down and up. Zoom, alam niyo naman, I know you already know what zoom is. You can physically zoom in, ikaw mismo yung lalapit, or you can digitally zoom in through your cell phone or a DSLR. And then follow. So, ang follow naman is, so you have, let's say for example, a subject is walking. So, imbis na nakahinto ka lang sa isang, so susundan mo siya while your subject is walking. So, that is how you follow. And we have handheld. So, handheld is different from, di ba, yung cellphones natin today have stabilizers. And kahit handheld yung camera, kapag naka-on yung stabilizer, hindi siya mag-shake yung video. So, resulting into a smooth video, smooth watching. Ngayon, yung handheld naman, you have to turn off your stabilizers if you want the handheld effect. Kasi it is the effect that we need, yung medyo nagsishake. So, ayun yung handheld. Alright, so this is a guide for your students to, for the 5 photo challenge. So, to tell a story, so they have to, number 1, first, set the setting. So, pwede mo silang tanongin, what kind of shots they think they need for this first part, the setting. So, ang pwede mo i-expect is yung establishing shot, yung wide establishing shot. Or maybe a high and wide establishing shot. Pwede silang umakyat sa building and, take a photo or take a shot. And then number 2, problem. So, show the problem through a photo. And you can also ask them what kind of shots they think they need to use. And so third picture can be the action, what happens next, and then for number four, what's the result, what was solved, and finally ending, what feeling or change remains or happens. So now I prepared six six safe scenario for my students. So pili na lang sila dito or they can create their own. So they have 8 minutes to do this. So they have 1 minute to plan, 5 minutes to shoot, and 2 minutes to arrange their photos. And if may time pa kayo, you can complete the sentence. You can maybe call one or two students from your class, or kung may time ka pa, ask each group. And so this is their 45-second presentation. So they are gonna tell the class the title of their work and then explain each photos. And then you can ask the class if malinaw ba yung story, how about the camera choices, did they use three purposeful angles or shot types, how about the light and exposure, teamwork and safety, and reflection. And for the exit ticket, ito na yung kanilang quiz na isusulat sa notebook. So if you're the teacher or facilitator of your class, you can make them use their 1/4 sheet of pad paper to answer this. And that's it. So ayan, again, thank you for watching. See you on my next sessions. Bye.